Welcome back to Bounce House Social Eats here in Orlando. Darby Brown KWTX joins us now. Darby, you're well traveled. You're a person who's been around the country. Is this your first trip to Orlando or no?
I actually think it is. When I landed in the airport, I realized I don't think I've actually flown into Orlando before. I've definitely been to. My grandparents are classic Midwestern people that have summers in Michigan and then winters in Florida, but different parts of Florida. So first time here.
Okay, so I'll tell you, driving around campus, like I used to live here, as you know, but like 20 years ago, this place is amazingly huge, and it's legit amazing what they've done to this place. Have you been down to the stadium or anything yet?
No, we really just got into town
right
and came right here, so I wanted to join in with you. But yeah, so I'm excited to see. You around.
Yeah, absolutely. So Baylor has struggled so mightily this year, doing everything.
Yeah.
Doing everything, and they don't seem to have answers. Do you think being on the road might actually be good for them?
I actually think it really could. I think last year that was really the case. Somehow when they would get on the road, they would be together. They'd have to just be with each other and kind of go into somebody else's house and be more as a group, maybe brings different energy out of guys. That proved to really help that team last year. And obviously Baylor fans currently hope that it would be the case this year. But I think there's a chance. I think, you know what? Switch it up. Why not? Do something different. What they've been doing at McLean has not worked so well. So switch it up, get on the road, see if you can bring something out of these guys.
Well, and when you look around what's going on in the rest of the Big 12, they're one of three teams that really needs to win this weekend to kind of restart their season. Houston and Tech are another two, and Tech is Baylor's opponent next week. Mm-hmm. When you look at the rest of the Big 12 and you see the bottom, does this game particularly have maybe a panic button on it?
I think right now it is Texas and everybody else, and I think every game's going to matter because the rest of every spot is you're gonna have to fight for it. I really do think Texas has separated themselves from the pack here, and now every game is going to matter moving forward. And you don't want to look at it as a fight for the bottom spots or anything like that, but it just feels like everybody else might kind of be in the same boat right now. It's kind of all iffy at the moment. And so, I definitely think it's all going to kind of matter here.
Yeah, I mean, Texas and Kansas this weekend should be a really wild game. I think it's going to be fun. I think Texas probably ultimately wins that game. But you're right. Look, Texas has kind of set themselves apart for now.
Right.
And if they keep winning, then they're going to keep setting themselves apart. But, I do think that there's some openings in the middle. If everybody's going to have to jockey for that second part in Oklahoma, and I do think it would be tragic. It was Texas and Oklahoma a second time for the 12 title. Yeah. It would be tragic for the Big 12 to get that to happen. It would be great for the SEC.
Right.
So, but you do if you look Oklahoma, who do you think is the biggest threat to Texas?
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and beyond that though, I don't know. I think that's where it really becomes open in a way, which is good. And I think for Baylor, they saw Texas right away. They got exposed right away. Now you got to move forward, and this is a big one. So yeah.
It's huge. So, what do you need to see from Baylor early to make you think, okay, this is a team that's woken up now?
A touchdown. A touchdown. They have to score. It is. The offense, the defense has shown signs. The Utah game, I think the defense looked pretty good. Obviously, they were facing a backup quarterback, but defense did a lot of good things. I think they need to score. They need to drive down the field and score early, even just for a confidence boost. To go through a game where you can't get in the end zone, even though you're given some big opportunities as they were, that's got to do something for the confidence. Now, we don't know, exactly what's going on with Sawyer, Blake, all that stuff, but they got to score, and that's really as simple as that. Now, how they do that, obviously a lot of different ways, but ultimately they got to score.
Yeah, I think that the Blake Shapen needs to play because I think they need an emotional boost.
I agree.
Because if he rolls out there tomorrow, this is going to be a little bit of a different team. They can score more with Blake, but if he doesn't, then I just don't know if they're going to have that.
I asked one of the offensive linemen this week, Campbell Barrington. We were able to talk with him, and I kind of asked him, hey, if Blake rolls out there, how much pressure do you feel to protect him? Because they let him down in that first game. And, moving forward, they're going to have to step up if Blake is rolled out there, especially because he's not going to be at 100%. But I think maybe even that will light some fire in those guys up front, and then the guys all around him to say, "Our guy's back. Let's go do something here." I completely agree.
Absolutely. And again, we have not seen Baylor's offense at its full strength at all this season. So I wonder if we do, how much does that change things? But unfortunately for Blake, Sawyer, who's ever going to take RJ Martinez, the offensive line just hasn't been good yet.
No, they haven't. And again, it's kind of I thought they would be better. I think everybody kind of thinks that, and maybe it's just because they're still really gelling together here. But they have not lived up to what they need to, and they just need to protect their quarterback. I mean, to be honest, Sawyer was limping around, so he's not 100%.
Okay.
It's like you can't have two quarterbacks already down. That's a bad look.
Okay, and to be fair to Sawyer Robertson, Sawyer has not been healthy since, I think, part of the way through the Utah game, right?
Yeah, right.
And so since then, even him trying to get better each and every week, he's playing kind of a bum foot himself.
Yeah, and not to mention you're thrown into a season where you didn't think you were going to be the guy. Now you've had to be the guy against, terrible odds, sort of. It's a tough spot that he's been in, no doubt. And I give him a lot of credit for just getting through it. I don't know exactly. We don't talk to him. I don't know how he's really doing. But, I mean, it's got to be a tough situation. And I think, he has not been healthy. I mean, anyone with eyes could see that he's not been healthy. He has definitely been limping around out there, and you would hope to see him at another point when he's a little bit more ready and see what he could do, because I think there's still a lot of belief in what he can do. He just hasn't been thrown into the best of circumstances.
Yeah, you fired up to get out and mix it up tomorrow. I mean, this is going to be kind of a fun thing. We're both going to be doing live hits from different parts of the tailgating area in the field for the pregame show. This is a great college football environment here at the Bounce House.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, we've all kind of heard about it. I think it's just fun, too, to kick off the Big 12 play in this area, and there's definitely a lot of excitement. I'm sure you've been out here longer than I have, so you've probably felt it a little bit more. But I bet everybody's really, really happy to be here and ready to roll. Yeah,
we've seen UCF fans, a lot of Baylor fans, a lot of everybody here, kind of hanging out. So certainly just been it's so strange to me, because I grew up down here. To me, thinking that this would be like a major athletic program and like 20 years ago wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have even crossed my mind. But now they've done it, and they've done it so big.
Right. Well, the fans have been passionate. I know one of our former coworkers, Royden and I were talking about it over here at KWTX. Brandon Hamilton, he went to UCF, and I would work with him on Saturdays, and he'd be in Waco wearing his UCF gear, watching them, and so they've been wanting this, and now it's a big opportunity for them. So the fan base has been there, and I'm excited to see it, and and then I'm excited to see how Baylor responds against that environment with the whole crowd and everything that it's going to look like.
Yeah. Well, Darby, thanks for stopping by. I know that you guys have some shots that you're going to do too, so we'll take a break here and let you get to work and do what you need to do.
I'm excited to be here. Let's do it.
All right, Darby Brown KWTX. You'll watch us both with Smokey tomorrow morning on the pregame show, or tomorrow afternoon. What time? We're on.
I'm so bad at time changes, but I think it's 12:30 Central.
12:30 to 2 tomorrow, and we're on
the CW.
CW tomorrow. Yes. On the CW tomorrow, 12:30 to 2.